solve the inequality, we have the absolute value of 3x plus 1 minus 15, which is less than negative 2. So here is our absolute value inequality. Now when we look at this inequality statement, the absolute value is not isolated, so we need to isolate that. In order to do that, we need to add 15 to both sides. So when we add 15 to both sides, we get the following statement. We get the absolute value of 3x plus 1. You know, this gives us 0, and that's going to be less than negative 2 plus 15, which is positive 13. Okay, and so now we put a 1 in here, so we know that's the absolute value. So now we need to look at the definition of the absolute value of an expression when it is less than a constant. So we know that the definition is the following. We take the negative constant, and then it's less than the expression, which is then less than the positive constant. So now for step number 3, the constant is 13, so we have negative 13, which is less than the expression of 3x plus 1, which is less than positive 13. And now we're going to solve this compound inequality. So we're going to subtract 1 to all 3 sides. So negative 13 minus 1 is negative 14, which is less than 3x, because plus 1 minus 1 is 0. And then this is less than 13 minus 1, which is positive 12. Now we're going to divide all 3 terms by positive 3. So we get negative 14 thirds, which is less than 3 divided by 3, which gives you 1, and that's x, which is less than 12 divided by 3, which is 4. So now let's go ahead and then draw the number line and then answer our question. So when we draw the number line, we know we have our 0, we have negative 14 thirds, and then we have positive 4. So you can see that x is in between these two numbers, but it doesn't have an equals underneath it, so we're using parentheses at both ends and everything it's in between. So the solution is parentheses negative 14 thirds, comma positive 4, and let's check our result. So we have parentheses negative 14 thirds, comma 4 with a parenthesis, check our answer, and there is our result.